Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about willpower and discipline. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but you're not born with willpower and discipline. It's something that you're taught. And you're taught this throughout your whole life, okay? In fact, the first years from 0 to 5 are the times where you're really taught the most when it comes to willpower, discipline, and an array of other different qualities that make you successful or not in certain areas of life. Now, getting past that, if you've gotten to where you are now and you have not really got the self-discipline and the willpower in certain areas of your life, they can be trained into you. You can grow that self-discipline and that willpower just like a muscle. So I want to tell you a little bit about me and a little story to sort of set the scene. So back when I used to when I was new to this industry and I was doing my amateur bodybuilding, basically I was given a meal plan, and I was told once a week you can cheat on that meal plan. And to cut a long story short, a story that I've told tens of times, towards the end of that process, it was about a 3-year process, I had gained 60, lost 60 kilos, essentially my cheat meals got bigger and bigger and bigger. They started out with me just simply picking up a couple of things at the shop, taking them home and eating them on that particular cheat day. But then it grew and grew and grew into a point where I would go to the shops and I would quite literally get out, go to Subway, because that was the first shop I came across. I loved their white chocolate macadamia cookies, but it then turned into a habit of buying 3 white chocolate macadamia cookies and 3 double choc cookies, because I didn't want to miss out on the double choc cookies. So I was buying 6 cookies, and I'd be munching away on them as I walked to the Donut King, where I'd get some hot donuts because I loved hot donuts. And then I'd walk to Woolworths, where I'd buy some ice cream. I'd buy some kind of meat, something to go with that meat. And I'd really take all that home and almost hunt and gather my own cheat meal. So as I'm munging on all this stuff, I'd grab all that stuff to take home. And on the way out, there was a yogurt shop that I really liked, so I stopped for some yogurt. Yogurt's healthy, right? So my cheat meals, they got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it got to a point where it was just ridiculous, and I had to stop. I stopped everything. I stopped the meal plans, I stopped competing, I stopped the cheat meals, and I just ate food. And I didn't really go anywhere for a while, and then my whys started to change. First, it started to change because I learned some new knowledge. And then my why turned into running a business. And then I met Megan. We got a little bit lost together. We were enjoying life. And then Logan came along. And I didn't want to meet Logan at any less than my best. So I wanted to get in the best possible condition, the best possible mind frame, best possible everything. And that was a real transformational process, is having her come along. And throughout that process, I trained my willpower and I trained my discipline, and I trained them in ways that you probably wouldn't even expect. So, for instance, we used to have to spice up and jazz our food up. So we would put, chopped bacon and cheese on our veggies. We would put crumbs on our chicken, and I was losing weight to begin with. And I got to a point where I had to start to kick those habits where I was jazzing up my food with the high energy stuff. And then it got to a point where I felt like I needed something sweet. So I remember getting given a packet of chocolate coated coffee beans. They were from Russo's Coffee Bar, and they were delicious. So this is how I trained my self-discipline. What I did was I'd have one of those chocolate coated coffee beans a day, and I'd have just one. They were sitting right here in my console. So every morning I went to work, I picked up the chocolate coffee bean, and I had the chocolate coffee bean, and that's it. And I did it until the packet was finished. There was about 60 of them in there, so they lasted 2 months. And that was really a bit of a training process for me because you see, the thing is beforehand I would have grabbed a whole box of those things, and I would have thought to myself, oh, I'm just going to eat them all, get them out of the house. But I purposely staggered that whole packet over a 2-month period to show myself that I didn't have to get to the bottom of the packet every single time a treat came across my desk, or it came across in front of me. So that's how I trained that self-discipline. And long story short, I'm at a point now where I can say, right, switch on. I'm not going to have a treat unless the occasion's perfect, the location's perfect, and the company is perfect. Me and Megan recently just went on holidays to the Gold Coast, and the whole holiday was perfect in regards to the occasion, perfect in regards to the company, and perfect in regards to the occasion, location, and company. So all three things were perfect, and we had dinner out 3 or 4 times a week. We had ice cream a couple times a week, and sure, we put on a little bit more than we wanted to, but we didn't blow out, and that was the key thing. And now, after Logan's birthday, I had a cupcake on Logan's birthday. We've got the birthday party coming up on Saturday, and it was only yesterday I was thinking, oh, maybe I could have something then. Okay, so these struggles that I have, that me and Megan have, they're normal. They're completely normal. That's why I get so shitted off when people say we're not normal, because we have the same struggles as everybody else. I thought, yep, I could probably have something on Saturday at my daughter's birthday party. But then I started to think about it, and I started to think, oh, am I just making a justification? I've already had something on her birthday. Why do I need something on her birthday party? Just to be a part of the group. And then I got my feedback through from my coach, and that just sealed the deal for me. She said, all right, you need to switch things back on. And then that's just like a brain switch in my head to say, all right, yeah, once a week I can have something small, and every other time, just keep it normal. And that's my normal. Look, to get to that point where I can switch it on, switch it off, it's taken 5 years. Okay, it's taken, first of all, 3 years of yo-yoing, a couple of years of not really going anywhere, and then 5 years of training my self-discipline to that point. So if you're watching and you're wondering, is willpower and discipline trainable? It totally is. You've just got to find your way. You've got to find the secret recipe. I give you the steps for those secret recipes, but you need to find it yourself. I can't tell you what to eat, because you're not going to eat it. You're going to get to a point where you won't eat it anymore, and then you'll need me again. And I'm thinking about you 5-10 years down the track, when you maybe you might be working with me online then, but you're not going to have me face to face. You're not going to have me to give you a meal plan, and that's why I'll never give anybody a meal plan, because they do not work. It's taking the cheaters